Okay, hey everybody. My name's Peter, and I'm a data scientist from a company called Omniscient Neurotechnology. So, a quick intro. 5 years ago, we were founded by doctors with the explicit goal of bringing the latest technologies to neurosurgeons. We built software that takes standard MRI scans and helps doctors remove tumors in the operating theater. Almost as complicated as the company name. A few years later, and by 2022, we had expanded our product suite to cover more aspects of brain imaging and brain health, including brain trauma, mental health, and dementia. We've received FDA clearance twice, and we have 40 customers across the US, including UCLA, Harvard, and Johns Hopkins. And that brings us to today. While our software continues to offer value to specialists in neurology and psychiatry, we've recognized a crucial gap in the patient care journey. And that's the patient's journey after they leave the specialist and transition back to being managed by you, the GP. Okay, so the problem. What we've seen from the products we've launched in the US is that we equip specialists with high-end sophisticated technology, and they love it. But when their patient transitions back to being managed by a GP, there can be a lot of burdensome complexity that's just dumped on the GP. So I'm going to flick through a long list of some of the issues we've come across, and there are multiple at play. Firstly, communication gaps. We need to ensure specialist findings are effectively communicated to GPs, and I just saw a few nods on that one. Shared decision-making. The GP knows the patient's history better than anyone. Sometimes the treatment plan prescribed by the specialist can be complex and difficult to administer. Of course, time constraints and limited consultation time, especially if you have to chase up a specialist. There's the admin burden. There can be a lot of documentation and paperwork associated with this that reduces time spent with patients and puts pressure on the whole system. And that actually came up a lot today as I was talking to people. So there's a lot going on here, but it effectively boils down to the fact that the GP's role in brain care can be very resource intensive for an already overworked position. And there are issues with ongoing neuropsych care, coordination in the long-term care of the patient. Okay, so the solution. As I mentioned, our software is not primarily for GPs. It's software we're already providing to specialists, but it has implications for GPs, so we want to get it right. For the specialists, they get the MRI analysis, the integrated cognitive and behavioral testing, integrated treatment plans and tracking, and you can see a little demo video to the left there. But we've developed and are continuing to develop features to assist in that specialist GP coordination. Firstly, as the specialist uses our platform, you get automatically updated one-page summaries. This integrates everything the specialist is working on, is fully referenced with clear guidelines and decision support tools. It's delivered to you in a way that is convenient, and that tends to be straight to email or straight to mobile. That means less chasing up of the latest notes. Secondly, we try and minimize the burden on the GP as much as possible through an emphasis on remote monitoring and capture. So patient outcomes can be captured at home without any effort on the GP, and we've also integrated digital-based treatments where available. This also removes the burden on the GP sharing information back to the specialist. Finally, in the US, it's become clear to us that any additional work that gets put on the primary clinician needs to be reimbursable. Otherwise, it's often not feasible. So we're building this out in such a way that any tasks the GP conducts, like cognitive or behavioral testing, it's linked to a reimbursement. So the benefits so far. We have trials running at 7 US clinics and our technology deployed at a clinic here in Sydney. We know the specialists love it, and what we're hearing from the primary clinicians so far is that they appreciate not having to download any new software. They appreciate getting simple one-page summaries and being kept up to date and in the loop. And they like not having to send as many scans or emails back to the specialist. So as I've said, we're here today primarily on a fact-finding mission. We want to know whether the well-oiled machine we're rolling out in the US makes any sense here in Australia. Please give us feedback either through the online form or better yet, coming to our stand for a chat or for a demo. Thank you again for your time. Look forward to meeting more of you later.